Hey babes, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. I am Jay. So in today's video, I decided to go ahead and do this fun pastel cut crease for you guys for Easter, and it was recommended to me by one of my followers, so thank you so much for recommending this look. So let's just get the chit chat and get right into the video. Okay, so you guys already know that I'm starting off with my brows, and of course I'm gonna go ahead and use my NYX micro brow pencil. If you are new to my channel or if you haven't seen my uploads lately, you should know that I am in love with the soft brow look. I know I repeated myself, so if you seen my videos, it's not for you. It's just for the new people. I'm letting them know that I am in love with the soft brow look. I love it so much. I am over the Instagram brow. This look is just amazing to me. And now I am taking my Born This Way concealer in the color Warm Sand along with my favorite Louise brush, and I am just shaping out my brows. Now I am taking my Louise Acid Rain, and I'm going to use that as a base. So you guys see how thick that is? I had to show you guys that for a second. Like, this stuff is super thick, but it is a really good base. Like, I usually use these to draw like liner or something, and I actually do use them as paint, but I could not find my number 4 Louise base, so I said let me just use the Acid Rain, and this is amazing. Like, everything happens for a reason, because I was kind of mad because I couldn't find my base, but this is really good. Like, you guys see how it made those pastel colors pop. Now I am picking up this yellow shade, and I'm going to pat it into the inner corners of my eye. I will leave in my description box the exact palettes and the exact colors that I use. Now, right next to that yellow, I am going to start laying down my orange. I'm going to lay it down in the middle of my eyelid first, and then I'm going to blend it into that yellow. And as you can see, as I'm blending them together, it creates a pretty bright orange. And on the very outer corner of my eye, I'm taking this pretty pastel pink. It has like a very lavender lilac undertone. It's very beautiful. You guys are probably going to see me use this color a lot in my looks because it's like one of my favorite colors. And now I am just taking that same brush and I'm blending all the colors together, and I'm also going over the top of the color so that I can blend out any harsh lines. And one thing I noticed by using the Acid Rain is that I had to blend a little bit more than I would with the bases. Like, when that thing is stuck on that shadow, okay, but I guess that's a good thing. But it just took a little bit more blending than it would with the Louise base. And now it is time for me to go ahead and draw my cut crease. So I'm just taking my Louise brush, that same brush that I use to go ahead and conceal my eyebrows, and I'm also taking that same Acid Rain, and I am just drawing on my crease. So I start on my lid, like I pat a little bit on my lid, and then I like to just go ahead and draw out my cut crease. Now I know everybody has that method where they kind of look up, but for some reason it doesn't work with the Acid Rain, and I feel like I said, it's because it's very thick. So I had to just wing it, y'all. I had to guess where I'm gonna put it, and I had to hopefully I was like, hopefully they come out even, but it did. And if you guys been here with me for a while, you guys know that my eyes are not symmetrical, okay? Like one of them is bigger than the other. So when I do that method anyway, where I'm looking up, one of my cut creases always end up bigger than the other, so it doesn't really work for me. So I think for now I'm gonna just wing it out and even it out inside of the mirror. In the front of my cut crease, I am taking a very pastel green and I am just patting that down into place. And then as I get closer to where the eyeshadow on top and the cut crease meet, I am going to start to be very careful so that I don't go over the cut crease, because I want a very sharp line. So now for the end of that cut crease, I decided to go ahead and pick up a sky blue. I decided to go ahead and pick up a sky blue because where that lilac pink eyeshadow and the mint green would meet, I wanted it to create a very nice pastel purple. So I figured, okay, maybe I won't get that with the mint green, so that's why I decided to go ahead and use the sky blue, and it did perfect. Like it made a very pretty pastel purple. So now I'm just taking my NYX liner as usual, and you guys already know I cannot live without my wing, so I am drawing on my wing. Moving on to the face, I am taking this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer for under eye. And this is very good, guys. So if you guys know me, you guys know that I always complain about my under eye area and how dry it is and how dark it is. And this helps a lot, especially with dryness. And if you are someone who likes to bake under your eyes, this is a must-have, I'm telling you. Also, speaking of hydrating, I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty Water Jelly. I also love this because I feel like it plumps my skin so much. Like, I love it to work under my primer, because my primer is very drying. If you guys know what I use for primer, then you guys know that it's a very drying primer, but that's to like lock everything in place and give you a nice matte look. But we want to make sure that we are keeping moisturizer on our face. So this primer is like a serum to me. Like, it locks in moisture and it just plumps my skin, and it also preps my skin for anything that I'm about to put on it. So here is the primer that I was talking about, guys. It's my primer not primer, because it is Calamine lotion. So it's a very drying primer. So if you have dry skin, I would stay away from this. If anybody has normal oily combination, I will go ahead and do this. So if you have normal, I would put the water jelly under it. If you have oily, you can go ahead and just use the Calamine lotion by itself. This actually, like, it gives you that nice matte photo finish. I really love this as a primer. I don't think I would ever use anything else. Now I'm taking my Urban Decay priming spray to go ahead and prime my beauty blender. I love this to prime my beauty blender for my under eye color corrector, and to prime my brush for when I'm about to put my foundation onto my face. This blending sponge, you guys, this is a Walgreens blending sponge, and y'all know I had all of them. I had a beauty blender, I had the most expensive one, I had the Real Technique one. But do you see that? I had to show you guys. Do you see the tip on this? Like, I love this blender. I feel like this is one of the best and cheapest ones that I ever had. Like the tip on that is so sharp and you're able to get in anywhere, like the sides of your nose, under your eye, anywhere. So now I'm just going to take my Diamond Duo, which is my 2 Becca foundations, because of course no one never has my shade, my perfect shade. So I'm going to take those 2 foundations, mix them together, and here I am taking my Real Techniques Instapot face brush and I am just pressing that foundation into my face. And now it is time to highlight. And you guys want to know something? You guys see that small triangle I put on my face? I have learned, well, I always knew this, but I don't know why I always ignored it. Like, you don't need to draw on a big triangle because you're gonna blend it out anyway, and it's gonna blend down to where you need it to be. And I swear, guys, I always knew this and I don't know why I ignored it, but now I'm starting to do it and I'm starting to see like it's so true. Because when I'm doing my makeup and I do draw on a big triangle, I notice that I have to literally take my beauty blender and then like rub off some of the makeup and go back in, because there's so much on there. So when I make a nice small triangle, I don't need to do that. I know everybody has this new way of highlighting where it's like, oh, you put a little bit under your eye and then a little bit on the corner of your eye. I don't like that. It doesn't work for me. It's not gonna work for everybody. All right, I like the triangles. I'm gonna stick to triangles. However, I'm gonna begin to make them much smaller. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see how I put on this small triangle and I blended it all the way down? You see, I had to give y'all a look right there. I blended it all the way down and now it's like it's down where I need it to be. I didn't need to draw it all the way down. Now I'm using my Fenty setting powder in the color Honey, and this is so beautiful. It matches my skin tone. It has a perfect high yellow undertone for me. It's so warm, and like as you guys can see, when I put it on, you can't even really see that I'm putting it on because it just matches into my skin tone and into my concealer so well. I really love it. Now you guys already know I need a extra pop under my eye. You guys know that I'm extra and I love a snatch look. Okay, so I gotta go ahead and I gotta use my translucent Laura Mercier powder right underneath the eye, just to what this does, it brightens up the under eye area. If you can already see the difference between the one that I didn't have it on yet, like it just brightens it up and it makes everything look so flawless. Now to contour, I am just going to be using a little bit of my Fenty bronzer. For a while, I have been doing the cream contour, but I only think that was because I've seen other people do it. So it was like, okay, I need to do it too. And I should know better than that. I should know better that not everything is going to work for everybody. And I am right back to using my bronzer as a contour powder. I love it. Okay, I love a very, very natural looking contour because I already have very hard cheekbones. Like, I already have a very structured face, so there is no need for me to go ahead and add the cream contour and then add the powder on top of it. So now I'm just using that same Fenty bronzer to go ahead and contour my nose. Now to snatch that nose, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more of that Laura Mercier powder and I am going to bring it right on the sides of where I placed that Fenty bronzer. Moving on to the lips, I'm going to take this Neutrogena eyeliner. Yes, eyeliner, you heard it, okay? If you are one of my babes, one of my returning babes, then you already know this is not a surprise to you. If you are new to my channel, you're probably like, what's an eyeliner? Yes, an eyeliner, because eyeliners, like I always say, give you that perfect brown around your lips, okay? Now, I know that this looks very harsh, but I'm going to show you something right now. So what I like to do is take an actual lip pencil and then I go ahead and I shade out that heavy brown that I laid down, and as you guys can see, it is blended, okay? You can't see that harsh line. Like, I will not walk around like that. Now for the lips, I am taking one of my old school faves. It is this matte Nicka K liquid lipstick, okay? It is like the perfect lavender purple, just a nice Easter pastel shade. And this was my sugar honey iced tea in high school, okay? In high school and like my early years of college, I love this so much. Like I said, that whole pastel lilac pink color is one of my favorite colors. Pink is my favorite color regardless, but I love that lilac color. So now I'm just topping that off with a Sephora lip gloss that has that same lilac pink undertone. And of course, I am taking my favorite Fenty powder foundation to go ahead and blend everything together. Now to give my entire face just a slight glow, what I like to do is take my Fenty Highliter in the color Trophy Wife, take a flat top brush and just lightly dab it onto your face. You hear me? Lightly dab it. You guys remember when girls were getting that little glitter look all over their face? That was a trick. It was just highlighter. It wasn't nothing special. So now I'm just taking that same highlighter and I'm taking a fan brush and I'm applying that to my cheekbones. And now I'm going to finish my face with the Urban Decay Deslick setting spray. And now I'm applying my lashes, and I literally mean my lashes because these are going to go on sale. Okay, stay tuned for that very soon. These are my lashes in the style J. And we are all done. We are finished. And here is my final look for Easter, you guys. This lovely pastel look. I've tried to incorporate all the colors and I did exactly that. So like I always say, guys, if you want to be a part of my fam, then guess what? all you gotta do is like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And also, I need you guys to go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified every single time that I upload, okay? And I also want you guys to go ahead and start commenting and liking on my community tab, because I'm going to be more active on there, okay? Also, I need you guys to go ahead and follow me on Instagram at jaiye.pierre, because that is where I am most active. Also, that is where I have polls for you guys to go ahead and give me your answers, any questions you want to ask me. And or like I said in the beginning of the video, one of my followers went ahead and gave me the idea for this look, and I have 6 more looks to do because I had 7 suggestions, and guess what, I'm gonna do every single last one of them. So that's where you guys get to engage with me, okay? So make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on Instagram at j.pierre. And it's okay if you don't have Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, I'm going to leave a list right here of all of my social media platforms. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on each one that you have, and I will check you guys in my next video, okay? Love you guys. Bye.